Hi there, Joseph Kalina here, North Atlanta's local real estate agent. And today I wanted to talk about the cost associated with waiting, meaning what it could potentially cost you to wait to get your house on the market. The theory of supply and demand states that if demand is high and supply remains constant, then prices will rise. There are thousands of real estate agents on the board of realtors, and even with those thousands of agents working on the clock, it still takes an average of 90 days to get a home sold on the market. Now with that in mind, being thousands of realtors and taking an average of 90 days, working hard to get homes sold, would you agree with me when I say it might take you a little bit longer? Would it take you 6 months? Let's just pretend it takes you an extra 3 months to get the home sold. Now, if you've been paying attention to the housing market, the economy is coming back, which means eventually interest rates are bound to go up. For example's sake, let's just pretend that you're selling your house for $150,000 and you still owe about $75,000 on it. That would leave you with $75,000 in equity. So your plan is to get your home sold and upgrade, get a little bit bigger of a house for say $200,000. Now the difference between the home for $150,000 and the home for $200,000 is $50,000. So unless you have extra cash to spare, you're probably going to refinance. So we now take the $50,000 and add it to the $75,000 that you already owe, and you'll now have a mortgage of around $125,000. Now, let's take a look into the future 6 or 7 months from now at what would happen if interest rates were to rise just 1%. And what is 1% of $125,000? $1,250. Now that's $1,250 a year it could cost you. And let's say you get a 30-year mortgage. Well, you multiply that number by 30 and you get $37,500. Well, let's say I'm only half right and interest rates only go up half a point because it took you longer to get your home sold. Is $18,000 a lot of money to you? What if I told you that's not the worst of it? You see, over the years, one of the things that I've learned from supply and demand is that when interest rates go up, what happens is it wipes the buyers out. And what happens when buyers get wiped out is homes tend to drop in value. Now, generally speaking, a 1% raise in interest rates can potentially lower home values anywhere from 5 to 10%, depending on what's happening in the economy. Now let's just assume your house drops 5%. What's 5% of $150,000? $7,500. So now we have to add that $7,500 potentially to that $18,000. So now you're looking at a total of $25,500 it could cost you just by waiting to get your home sold. Now I'm not suggesting that you can't sell your home, but what I am saying is that with all the resources I have at Virtual Properties Realty, I could get it sold a lot quicker. Now let me ask you this, if we both know that interest rates are on the rise, would you at least consider the following? Because of my connection in the financing industry, due to the number of homes that I've sold, I have the ability to speak to a lender, get you locked in with today's interest rates for 2, maybe even 3 months, maybe even longer. So with that being said, would it not make sense to get your house on the real estate market today, get your home sold, get you locked in with a good interest rate, thus having higher purchasing power for the next home that you buy? Is money important to you? Would you like to keep that extra $30,000 in your pocket, or would you like to give it away? Call or text Joseph Kalina with virtualpropertiesrealty.biz and we'll get your home sold. 404-713-8548. Remember, time is money. The clock's ticking, y'all. I look forward to hearing from you.